Hey everyone, welcome back again to my channel. So I thought of today sharing with you my guide or my system on how I would be arriving at choosing the planners that I will be using for the next year. So the first line is the kinds of planners or journals that I need for next year. Their qualities or non-negotiables, and then there are supposed to be contents, what it houses, and then thirdly, the planner candidates for this kind of purpose. And I also added the pros and cons because I do have two options or two group of planners that I am eyeing for next year. So that would be the sequence of it. So I guess let's start. The first one would be the type of planners or journals that I'll have for next year, and these are the things that I think that I only need, not yet including other things or just the basics. So the first one would be the planner that I would bring with me every day, which is sort of my catch-all planner. And then journals and archive planners, these two would be something that's left at home, probably done during reflection, me time. And then yeah, going back to this one, my catch-all planner would be something that I write everything on, so I wouldn't expect it to look pretty, but something that is realistic and sort of a, not a scratch paper, but sort of like that. Something that's not perfect, but it has to have everything in it because it is a planner that's very that's easily reachable for me. So the requirements I have for this catch-all planner would be, it has to be light and compact, should be just A6 or a pocket size. And the reason for this, because this year I have the planners that I bring with me every day is this one is my catch-all planner, the Nautiliste, and this one is my brain dump. It is the Stalogy A6. So even though it's not that I consider it still light, I want to downsize my catch-all planner to just this kind of size, because besides these two planner, I also have to bring my pens. I bring with me a couple of pens of different colors and other stationery stuffs like highlighters and that. So I really want to lighten my bag for next year. That's why it's really important for me to downsize my catch-all planner. So that would be my first requirement, because I think that's the most important quality that I want to have for my catch-all planner. And the next one would be, should have a white paper and not a cream paper. I want it to work with any type of ink color. That's what I meant. Because when I have a cream paper, I think it would just limit me to a warm colored ink. That's why I want it white. And then because I am a big picture thinker. I really wanted to have a calendar, a weekly spread, and then I for my mental health management or stress management, I also need to have a brain dump or a space for a brain dump, so it has to have notes pages. And I think I forgot to add something. It should be pre-dated because, as I've mentioned earlier, I have this Strategy notebook as my brain dump, so most of the things in here, the dates, I'm the one who, write the date, and I don't want to worry about it anymore this year, so I would prefer a pre-dated planner. And then for my journals, where I write my thoughts, sort of also a diary, anything interesting that I've encountered in a day, either it is a book, a movie, series. If I want to have, or if I want to reflect upon it, I usually put it in or write it on my journal. And the notebook that I'm using for this purpose this year is this one. This is the Strategy notebook in A5. So honestly, I haven't really had time to write a lot in this planner. That's why I'm still considering of using this for the next year, because I don't want to waste this lovely notebook also. That's why yeah, I think I've skipped the other part. So it has an A5 size, just like my requirement, and also a white paper. So because I have an available planner, it's sure that I'm gonna be choosing that. And then this one is the additional planner for this year, or the archive planner is sort of a duplicate of this one, but just a size larger, to accommodate stickers, designs, but it has also had to have a white paper and a pretty calendar. So that I decided to have an archive planner because, as I've mentioned earlier, I've made sure to downsize my planner to a pocket size or an A6 size due to the weight. And of course, since it is downsized, the spaces that I'm gonna be probably using would be filled up mostly of the things that I require in a planner, and would not give me any space for design. So to exercise, or to still have that enjoyment of designing my planner and having fun of having me time in designing and rewriting some stuff in this archive planner, also expounding some ideas that I kind of encountered on a certain day, I decided to have this. And it would sort of feel like this one too, except that this Noti planner is sort of the combination of two. This is my planner and my actual planner, and also sort of how my archive planner would look like. The only thing that differs is that the size, and it doesn't have notes pages, so that's why I had to have that Stalogy notebook. So yeah, I still want to enjoy the process of designing my planner and listing all those stuff that's in here, my trackers, where I'm at, my schedule, my task, my plans, and then some stuff that I thought of a certain day. I still want to enjoy it. It's just that I would probably schedule it on a weekend and not during the actual use of the planner, because I will be using a different catch-all planner. And then the contents of it would be, the first one would be my catch-all planner. So of course this houses my weekly plans, and then the tasks, my schedules, where I went, and then a monthly view of a specific month. That's why I need to have a calendar in that planner. The things that I've encountered on a certain day and that sort of interests me, whether these are learnings, movie series, books, or quotes. And then I should also have trackers for my food, my outfit, and my mental health tracker. Then something that I could have my brain dump or diary. So it's sort of just a repeat to what I have this year, because these are things that I really thought of that are important when it comes to my planning and doing process. And then for my journals, these are the things that I also have learned on a certain period or a day, which could be, I could reference the things that I list or written in my planners, and then the journal part would be by expounding that thought or whatever it is that I've encountered. And then I also have a Bible study portion in the rear part of that journal that I sort of want to continue until, I don't know, maybe that next year. But I thought of making it much more often compared to this year, because I really had been given it so much time that it needs. I think, yeah, I need to focus more on that next year. And then the other things that I could write also are my movie reviews or shows that I'm interested in watching. Also fashion stuff, the things that I'm eyeing to buy, sort of like that. And then finally, the archive planners. Again, it has, or it should have, the same contents with the my catch-all planner, except that it just needs a larger size, because, or to accommodate the stickers and the designs that I want in my me time in designing the planner. And then let's go to the planners and journals that I'm thinking of for this certain type of planner or journal. So the first option that I'm thinking of for my casual planner is not just one planner. It's again two planners, but with the same size, unlike last year where I have an A5 and an A6. So I thought of having the Hobonichi Techo Original in A6 plus the Hobonichi Weekly Supplement, something that I've been using for the past I think this is my third time using it. So because I need a weekly spread, I thought of replacing my Noty weekly pages, this one with this one. And then I think this has the same size as the Hobonichi Original, except that the Hobonichi Original has a calendar. One thing that this notebook doesn't have, so that's why I've chosen that planner, because of the calendar. And I actually thought of first pairing this with the Hobonichi Day Free in A6, which is the A6 version of this planner, which also has a calendar. But watching or looking at the website of Hobonichi, I saw that the Day Free has a different, or the Day Free calendar looks like the cousin calendar, but the Hobonichi Original has no red colored cells to indicate the weekend or Sunday, which is something that I prefer. I just want it very minimalist, so it's just black. That's why I think I prefer that, the Hobonichi Techo Original. And then because this one is also predated compared to my Stylogy notebook, I'm gonna be trying that. The only thing that prevented me from choosing the Hobonichi brand last year is because I have trouble using the Tomoe River paper because of the smudges. The Stylogy notebook is much more, I think, the ink dries up quickly with that paper. That's why I preferred it. Now that I saw something in my feed, which is, I think, a dry ink pen, I thought of purchasing that and trying out the Hobonichi again. But since I found a possible pen for that paper with the same result that dries up, that's why I am considering again a Tomoe River paper planner for a casual planner. Because for my journal or archive planners, it's okay to have a planner that, or a journal that has a Tomoe River paper, because then when I'm using these two, I wouldn't be in a hurry. So that's my reason why I didn't tried out the Hobonichi as my main or casual planner for the past 2 years. And for my journals, I am still considering, for my option one, of course, I would still be choosing the Strategy Notebook in A5 because I haven't finished using a lot of pages in it. So it would be a waste if I just buy another. And then for my archive planner, the first option would be the Take a Note Planner Undated Weekly, which is something that I've used, I think, last year. And then partnering it with their new release, which is the Take a Note Slim Bi-Weekly. So I figured that the Take a Note Slim Weekly would be my organized version of my planner, and then the Slim Bi-Weekly would be probably sort of a diary of how the day went. And I'm also considering, just in case I chose this option, I need to have a Take a Note planner in A5 too, just because I really miss that planner. I just think that it has the most beautiful calendar amongst the planners that I've tried. That's why I missed that. And then we'll go with my second option. And my second option would be the Common Planner brand. I would consider the Common Planner in passport size for my catch-all planner. And then if for the archive planner, I will be choosing the Common Planner in B6, so just a size larger, or 2 size larger. I put this brand in my second option because I really also like the layout of this planner. It's so simple. It doesn't have lots of colors. I think it has only black grid lines, fonts. I really like the simplicity of it, especially the weekly spreads, because it doesn't have any hard lines, just like the Hobonichi. I think they have the same format or style with the Hobonichi Slim Weekly, but that design was sort of applied to every planner sizes they have. So that's why I like this planner. So after discussing up to the planner choices that I have for next year, I would also want to share my reservations on those on those brands of planners that I'm thinking of buying. The pros and cons. So the first one would be the Hobonichi and the Take a Note brand. For me, is much more easily accessible or easily to purchase because I've already ordered from Take a Note planner and I got it, I think, after 3 weeks, so it wasn't lost. The package arrived safe and complete, so there's minimal risk already. And also for Hobonichi, it's very easy to buy it because there are lots of retailers in the Philippines carrying that brand. So those are the two pros in choosing the option one. And then the third one would be, of course, if I choose the option one, then I would be experiencing a new layout by using the Take a Note Slim Bi-Weekly, which is of course exciting. The cons would only be just because I prefer the aesthetics of the common planner brand. So that's just my hang up. And for option 2, the pros course is the opposite of that. I just really love the layout and the design of the planner. And then the cons would be, it's a little risky for me to order something from the US because I haven't tried it. I don't know how many weeks or months it would arrive in the Philippines. And then I think price wise, option 1 is also the affordable option. Yeah. And also, just a quick addition, I'm also considering Kinber Original A6 as a replacement to the Hobonichi Techo Original. Thinking that, of course, the Kinber brand is much more affordable. I don't know, it's just my thoughts that I might write effectively in a Kinber brand because I wouldn't care if I make a mistake, or I don't have a pressure to make it beautiful. That's it actually, because when I'm gonna be using a Hobonichi brand as my main casual planner, I might get pressure to make it beautiful, what I write in it, not my actual feelings or emotions. So it's not a fact. I don't know what happens when I get the planners, but those are just my reservations. So I'm just, in case I choose option 1, I also have a sort of a backup plan. I might not go with the Hobonichi Techo, but for sure I would go with the weekly supplement. So that would probably be all of the things that I've thought of in choosing my planner for next year. I hope this guide would also serve you or give you some insights in your journey your journey of choosing the planner that you want to have next year. My limitations would be, I don't think I would want to have or I would want to do planner hopping next year. I think I've almost succeeded this year for not planner hopping, because I still have 2 that I had planned to use for this year. The only one that I've stopped using is my Hastology notebook in A5, but I did not planner hop. I'm not saying that it's bad to planner hop, but it sometimes is a waste, I think, especially if it's predated. So as much as possible, I want to keep that habit. That's something I want to carry until next year. So whatever it is that I'm going to be choosing next year, I intend to use it the whole year. I might add some, but I would not probably hop. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching and listening to me on my process of choosing my journals for next year. So I want to thank you again for watching. I hope you join with me, or you join me again next year. Next video. Sorry. For my next video. Thank you again for watching. Have a nice day.